Lancer Square is a location that goes back a very long time in my history. I'm a born and bred Londoner, and the Peter Pan statue, both I and my children have gone to many times in our history, so that part of London was very precious to me. We have this analogy, which is the tree, and the branches are the future and the roots are the past. Whatever we design, we like to think is in some way connected to, rooted in, and part of the history and culture of the site. But it has to be a building that really only can be where it is. You can't pick it up and put it somewhere else because the story would be different.
You only have to scratch very lightly at the surface to discover the amazing history of this site. Once a barracks for the Lancers, but much richer than that, it's the actual site of the kitchen gardens of Kensington Palace, which is enjoyed today as it has been for hundreds of years by all the locals.
We believe that everything is important, from the surfaces that you touch to the door handles that you pull open every day, which is why we spend so much time making sure that the concept of the project is flowing right through from the outside to the inside.
The handmade brick is something very, very beautiful, and it's crafted and it's soft and it's lightly crumbly.
We've selected lots of very warm timbers, but where we have wanting to add a bit of ornamentation to bathrooms, for instance, we've chosen Katakara Oro, which has these flowing fanes which represent the flowing forms of nature.
My favourite little piece of it all is the public garden square. Beautifully landscaped, really neatly symmetrical, including sculpture, which makes references back again to Peter Pan and the sculpture in Kensington Palace Gardens.
We were studying the garden plans of Kensington Palace, and on there were these beautiful squares and octagons in formation on the landscape. And so we took those motifs and then we created a series of patterns, which are squares representing the square that we're creating. So there's one coherent family of symbols.
It's a mixed-use scheme that's going to draw upon the lifestyle of Kensington, draw upon the lifestyle of the palace with a timeless elegance.
As you enter through Lancer Square, you drive through and then you move through the porte cochere, and then you come through into the reception, and two lift lobbies flow left and right from you, and then you flow up into your own apartments. And the apartment layouts are similarly laid out. There's always a grand entrance, and then you flow into your living area or you flow into your bedrooms.
Residents of the building will find these little moments of joy as they live in this building. Maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years later, they spot another detail.
It's a place where you will feel comfortable that you're naturally part of the history, albeit you're occupying a very sophisticated new and contemporary building. I think if we have achieved that people feel really comfortable with where they have arrived, then those are the feelings we're looking for.